Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah, we're recording.
Yes, we are recording.
Just a second, gotta get my head in the game.
Hi guys, my name is Greg Drew.
I'm Kiki Powell.
Jessica Solano.
Martha Hearn. Emma Garcia.
Faith Ballou.
Jared Tyler.
Cindy Sturgis.
If it's student gossip, we are mandated reporters. No thank you. I don't want to know y'all's business. You keep that to yourselves.
My approach is ignorance is bliss. I like to not know because sometimes when I know, I have such regret that I know this stuff and I almost wish that I didn't.
If there's ever any gossip or hearsay, like, oh, we're gonna get a third printer, guys. Haven't seen it. So-and-so, they won $1 million and this is just a hobby for them. Don't buy into it. Steer clear of any drama.
I personally have had to make decisions about where I eat my lunch and who I sit with in professional development because of who makes me feel like a better person and therefore a better teacher each day. Use your better judgment. Don't feel like you have to engage with it and agree to fit in at your school or to make friends at your school. Know that you don't have to shut it down immediately and isolate people.
Starting from scratch was really, really challenging. And I think that there was no more lonely feeling than seeing everybody go in groups and go out to lunch and nobody inviting me to lunch. That was a struggle. I had to stop waiting on other people to reach out to me, and I had to be the one to go seek those relationships.
There's definitely going to be times where you have to deal with a difficult coworker or a difficult administrator, and you have to have those tough conversations. And in my experience, I've really tried to learn from the interactions I have with my students. First, try to understand the whole picture. What other stress factors could be going on that might be contributing to the tone or the way that the message is coming across? And also maybe try to think about it from their side of the coin.
A lot of times, we want to kind of approach them from a perspective of learning and humbling ourselves. If you go in strong, a lot of times all that does is make that relationship a combative relationship.
When in doubt, kill it with kindness and it'll fall out in the wash.
Everyone has their own experiences that are leading to their own opinions, and just because your experiences are different than their experiences doesn't mean that their experiences didn't happen.
The challenging thing about the job is your to-do list is always long. For me personally, I have my planner and my to-do list, I kid you not, it's probably about this big. And every day I'm like, okay, I'm only gonna do 2 of these things and check them off, and then I'll get to it tomorrow.
Another overwhelming thing for teachers is grading. And being an English teacher, I certainly understand that. And yes, will there be large papers that you have to grade, but there are things you can do to make things easier for yourself. For example, you can do a group activity, even a group paper where each one has a specific assigned part. There are also other things that you make very specific bullet points about what you're expecting so that you can check those off, and each one of those has a point value. That makes grading a whole lot easier.
One opportunity to save time is when you're sick and you have to take off. The best thing you can do is have sub-plans already ready. And a lot of teachers will say, well, I don't know what I'm going to be teaching when I'm sick, but I promise you, you can find some content that you can use with your students anytime during the year, or maybe just a quarter. You have a sub-plan for the first quarter that you can use any day, and you'll really thank yourself for that later when it's the morning of that day and you're sick and you don't have to be scrambling around setting anything up.
I think one of the more difficult things about being a teacher is the uncertainty that comes from multiple levels of leadership. There is a pretty large bureaucracy that kind of governs what we do. Obviously the community, parents, school boards, the district office, then we get into levels of state government, federal government. These people have never been in a classroom. We are experts in our field. We have multiple years of experience of knowing what to do in a classroom. There's nothing that I think people are more passionate about than our kids, and I understand it. But at times you kind of just want to tell people, let us do our job.